The show that revolutionized business is back. In 8 years, with over $87 million invested in the tank thus far, Shark Tank businesses have generated hundreds of millions in sales.
Even you couldn't have predicted this kind of breakout success. No, but it's taught all of us what a platform Shark Tank is.
Employed thousands.
You're creating great jobs for the people in the state of Maine, so keep them coming.
And changed how America does business.
We have a lot of brain power here. We even got a few sharks.
Shark Tank's become an American phenomenon, and the support of the president just goes to show you that the American dream is alive and well.
From their humble beginnings, the Sharks are all self-made and understand what it takes to build business empires from nothing. And now they're here to help other entrepreneurs realize their dreams.
You guys are the American dream come true. You are why I do this show.
Together, they've created monster successes.
Lori helped me get into every Bed Bath & Beyond, and now we've topped $85 million in sales.
And impacted the world for the better.
We were able to take 100 kids off the streets. We chased our dreams, and now we're seeing them come true.
The power of Shark Tank is back.
This has been a long road and a lot of hard work, and it's all coming true.
Some businesses are born in hell, and this is one of them.
It's just hard to go through all of this.
Hey, this is just the beginning.
And it all begins now.
It's not for the meek, it's not for the weak.
You did it! We got a deal!
I'm Kara Hahn. And I'm Shelly Hyde. And we're sisters and best friends from St. Cloud, Florida. We have always been partners in crime. From cutting each other's bangs to teaching each other how to swim, we knew we made a good team. Now that we have 4 kids each, nothing much has changed. We're continuing on all of our adventures. We just have 4 little wild ones with us. Our products empower women and mothers like us to beautifully and confidently enjoy life's adventures to the fullest. Being a mom and a business owner have a lot of the same skill sets. It's hard and it's exhausting. At the end of the day, you gotta get kids in bed and orders filled, but it's worth it. We have invested our own money and tons of time into this, but it's just the 2 of us handling everything right now. We need another set of hands. Without an investment from the Sharks, our business might not succeed. It's really pretty. That is it. This moment is a real pinnacle for us. Crazy dance and then pull it together. Okay. 1, okay. 2, 3. Okay.
3, 2, well done.
Wow.
Hi, I'm Shelly Hyde, and I'm her little sister, Kara Hawk. We're from St. Cloud, Florida, and we're seeking $100,000 for 20% of our company, Raising Wild. Sharks, we practically grew up wearing swimsuits. We were raised in Florida, so we did anything from lobster diving to rope swinging, you name it, and we did it in our bathing suits. Shelly and I now have 4 kids each, and we haven't slowed down. But the suits of today can't keep up with us, because guess what? We're not kids anymore. So our need in a swimsuit has completely changed. So we've designed our bathing suits for fit, fashion, and function. Raising Wild is the perfect solution to the swimsuit struggle for women like us. Our cuts and colors hit at the right places to complement a beautiful variety of body types. But what really sets Raising Wild apart is our functionality, because we've added enough length in the body and coverage in the booty to allow free movement. We even have nursing-friendly suits. Shelly and I were raised in a family of 12 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
12. Right, ladies? These are our 3 beautiful mom models who also happen to be our test market and our 3 older sisters.
Oh, wow.
We are pretty sure that you can do just about anything in Raising Wild, including pitch to an entire room full of hungry sharks. So now, sharks, while the sissies pass out your samples, we're going to slip into something a little more professional.
Shelly, can we see Barbara in one of these suits?
I only wear bikinis, that's it.
Thank you very much.
Slip into one row, please.
Wow. So tell us about the background of how you got started in the business.
So being raised in Florida, we were always on a swimsuit hunt, always. And so when we became mothers, we were still looking for bathing suits, but the reason for swimsuits changed for us.
But it seems shocking to me in a state like Florida that you couldn't find phenomenal bathing suits.
Well, you can, but gone are the days of us just laying still and looking pretty. We still wanted to have the edgy look and the sophisticated look, but still be able to scoop down up my baby and not
without
have
your
things
butt hanging
spill
out
out
the back, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Shelly, how much are your suits?
So our suits range between $138 and $156.
Wow.
How does that compare to the average?
It's roughly around $60.
Oh, so you're definitely higher end.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your average cost?
So our average cost per suit is roughly $38, including
Wow, that's a
materials.
great margin.
Wow, that's great
Yeah, it's
margin.
about 250% margin.
So what are your total sales?
We can't wait to hear.
Our total sales are $130,000.
That's not horrible. Okay, that's not bad. How did you
sold
sell
online?
it? How did you sell it?
We have sold direct to consumer, and the only marketing that we've done this far is social media.
What's your vision? How big do you think you can get?
We actually feel like this could go huge.
Huge isn't a number. You have about 800 customers.
Yeah.
So how do you get from 800 customers to 8,000 customers?
We feel like if we can put some money behind marketing, that there are potentially...
But that's not enough.
Yeah.
How you spend money on marketing is far more important than how much you spend. And so
Completely
people
agree,
get confused. So strategically, you really have to dig in and know how you're going to test it in order to get results.
Oh, for sure.
Tell me a little bit about your background before you were moms. Do you have a career in retail?
Okay, so we're moms. That means that we're pretty much good at everything that we do. We are masters
You
at it all.
haven't worked
We are
formally in this industry,
Yeah,
right?
no, we haven't.
I'm going to make a prediction. There's no chance in hell you're getting 100,000 from any of these sharks here. Because there's nothing to invest in here. At the end of the day, Shark Tank's about making money, about investing in companies that can provide returns. I don't think this is an investable company. I'm out.
Okay, so right now we're doing women's suits. We're expanding to kids' suits. And as we plan out our new products, we have this captive audience of purchasing mothers.
You got to be really careful, right? When you walked in, you said you're good at two things, designing suits and using social media to sell them.
Yeah.
When we talk about growth, we're going to add new lines, we're going to spend on marketing, we're going to get in retail, right? That takes you away from the organic growth that you've been good at. You've got to be really careful because you go too wide, too fast, you drown.
Yeah,
Right? You can drown an opportunity. So
Yeah.
for those reasons, I'm out.
Ladies,
Yes.
I feel you have a really long way to go, a lot of work to do. So
Okay.
I don't see this as an investment for me.
Okay.
I'm out.
So, ladies, you know, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single footstep. You've done one footstep. Catering for a swimsuit strictly because you're mom-oriented, I just don't think it's sustainable enough. I think this is a very, very tough business with a lot of big players. I wish you all the best, but it's way too soon for me. I'm out.
Okay, well, thank you. What I wanted to say was that we aren't going to stop. And we would love to have a strategic partner and some infusion of cash to be able to get there faster.
Every entrepreneur that comes into the tank is loaded with passion. The earlier in the game, the more passion they have, but it's never really enough. I totally believe you're committed. Is there anything you could point to in your past that would help me feel as though you have accomplished something in the business world, even a small thing, or stuck with some personal journey that you've seen through to the finish line?
I have a son that was just a couple years ago diagnosed with ADHD. This was not the plan to tell you about this, but okay. He's amazing, but he was given a reading and a writing disability. And they told us it would be years before he would be at grade level and that we should hold him back, but we spent all of our extra time after school helping him, and we took him to early morning classes before school every day. We dedicated our time, and this year, at the end of the school year, he was reading above his grade level. He was the second highest scoring kid in his math class. So I feel like, yeah, I don't have a business background to say, look, here it is, here I am, but I can work harder than any person that is doing that, and I've proven that.
You couldn't have hit on a better story. Has nothing to do with business. But when I go home at night, after I finish my work day, I spend at least an hour and a half with my daughter, Kate, who's 10, who is ADHD. She can't read. She has a processing disorder. But what I have is a little girl with the confidence to the moon because she has a mother that is totally behind her. So I think a mom that could see that through, play that hand out, and stay with it is probably one of the most underestimated accomplishments in life. Okay?
It's true. It's true.
But let me tell you, there's a lot wrong with the business. You have a mom niche that is way too narrow because it's just a mom play, and I've just not seen any of them that really work out. Those are large obstacles to overcome. I am going to make an offer, but I feel like I have to make a greedy offer.
Four sharks are out, but Barbara is interested in Shelley and Kara's swimsuit company, Raising Wild.
I am going to make an offer, but I feel like I have to make a greedy offer.
I feel bad things are going to happen.
I'd like to take 51% of the business.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wow, so much love.
So you understand that Barbara's taking control of that business.
It's just I think you need an experienced hand to guide you.
Yeah.
My offer is contingent on you selling these suits for $99. Think about that.
Okay.
$99, I think they'll fly off the shelf. And I think, most importantly, I want you to name each model suit after one of your sisters and have that sister model it. Because I just think it's going to be really cool that you have a huge family, you take advantage of it.
We feel like we've worked really hard for this company, and it's really, it's hard to give up part of our baby like that. We want to counter with 35% for $100,000.
I'll tell you what, I'll go to 50-50. But not 35%.
So you're not going to go any lower?
No, I won't, no. But I'll be there with credit lines if you need more cash.
This is just so hard.
Tough deals
you have to
are
make a
that.
decision.
They're tough.
We just can't give up 50% of our baby. It's like sending
Let me
two
help,
of my
guys.
kids.
Guys, let me help. 15% is the difference, right? If you think you can grow the business more than an extra 15% with Barbara's help, that's the decision-making factor. So don't try to just hold on to equity, because the percentages aren't what's important. It's the value.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I really like that.
Good deal, Barb.
I want this suit in every color. I think so. Help me down. Thank you
so much.
Good luck, you guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, that took us completely by surprise. We were not expecting a 50% deal from Barbara. No. To consider it, we will never get to where we can go with Barbara on our own. So we're more than happy to give up the 50%.
I'm in Silicon Valley for the 7th Annual Global Entrepreneurship Summit at Stanford University. Last year, President Obama named me as a PAGE, Presidential Ambassador for Global Entrepreneurship. The PAGE program has 3 pillars: increasing access to capital, education, and mentorship. I had no idea about the power of Shark Tank all around the globe. People from all around the world, 170 countries, have been coming up to me and telling them how Shark Tank has helped change their lives.
One of the best ways to help the Cuban people succeed and improve their lives would be for the U.S. Congress to lift the embargo.
And a few months ago, I joined President Obama on his historic mission to open the doors to Cuba.
We've got a shark here named Damon John.
We empower the Cuban people through technology and business. For the first time, their right to have a business was recognized by their government.
Welcome to the United States of America.
And now I'm here at this year's summit to help showcase the best in entrepreneurship in America. I'm here with President Obama, Secretary of Commerce Penny Pritzker, and my fellow PAGE ambassadors. I never expected that I would be a little brown boy from Queens, and now I'm sitting next to the President of the United States. My message to all entrepreneurs is believe in yourself. You can do it. Thank you very much. I came from nothing and built my own success, and now I'm working directly with the President of the United States.
You have been outstanding.
When I come to these events, I still pinch myself. I'm talking to the President. I'm meeting people that have overcome huge obstacles, and I'm so proud to be part of it.
Next up is a new brand from a cookie legend.
Aloha, Sharks. My name is Wally Amos. I'm known as the Cookie Man.
Yes, you are.
My new company is a Cookie Kahuna, and I am from Honolulu, Hawaii, asking for $50,000. That's chump change for you guys. In exchange for 20%. I've been selling cookies for 40 years. And for a long time, I actually thought I was selling cookies. But it occurred to me that I wasn't selling cookies. I was selling happiness. You guys, y'all not smiling? I mean,
I'm smiling.
And this guy in the middle, though, Mr. Wonderful, he looks anything but wonderful. I got something that'll make you smile. Don't go away.
Is he the Amos of business?
Yeah. Cookies for the Sharks! Cookies for the Sharks!
This is going to end badly.
Oh, very badly. Allergic to cookies? You know, you guys look the same as you do on television.
Shocking, isn't it?
I can't believe I'm this close to the Sharks.
Let me give Lori hers. Does it matter?
No, I don't. Doesn't matter to me.
Kevin,
I'm
here.
going to shortcut it for you, buddy.
Thank
So
you.
let me get Barbara's in mine.
Here, give me mine.
You
Mark?
got yours? You're
You're a
lactose.
legend. You're a legend.
Am I a legend?
Thank you.
You are a legend.
Does that mean y'all gonna give me some money?
No, but you are a legend.
God. You're as tough as everybody said you were.
I like them.
Yeah, they're
I
good.
love a light, crunchy cookie. It's good.
Yeah.
I am the Wally Amos who started Famous Amos 40 years ago.
You are a legend, sir.
Oh, God.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Oh, so
Very
you,
impressive.
all of you guys,
Yes.
thank you very
Thank you.
much. That's very gracious of you. I appreciate that. I have a new cookie business, which is called the Cookie Kahuna. I am no longer affiliated with the original company that I started 40 years ago.
What happened to that company?
I came to cookies from show business. Years ago, I was an agent at William Morris. I was the first African-American agent at William Morris.
Wow.
I booked Simon and Garfunkel, the Supremes, Marvin Gaye. I did that for a long time. I started making cookies 1970 just to share with friends and just to have cookies whenever I wanted to.
But your cookies were everywhere, all over the world.
They were. What went wrong was I'm a damn good promoter, but I'm not a business guy. And my focus was not on how much money I was going to make. I just wanted to have a good time.
So what happened with the business?
Yeah, they're still available. The company went through 5 different owners over a period of time.
Really?
By the time I got down, I'd been diluted and I had no equity left. I had nothing left.
They use, I believe, your picture on the box.
My picture is
and
still
they
on
have
the
the name
package.
Famous Amos.
Yes,
so
they do.
did they license that from you?
No, they own Famous Amos
They own it.
right out.
Tell us about the new business.
I started this maybe a little over a year and a half ago. We're online. I've got my own website, and I sell cookies at Costco only in Hawaii.
What do you sell it for, Wally? How much does it cost?
Hold on a sec. I'm not a business guy, but I got my numbers here.
We like our numbers.
Yeah, we do.
I love your numbers. You love your numbers like I love my cookies. Costco buys them for $7.89 for a 1 pound bag,
And how much does it cost you to make them?
and it costs $5.25. And $4.20 for ingredients.
What were your sales for the last year?
$36,215.97 for this year so far. So,
Can I see the numbers? Wally, do you mind?
not at all.
Oh, thank
Don't
you, sir.
ask me any questions though. When you know the numbers, okay?
I'll answer them
that
for you.
wouldn't be fair.
So Wally, the margin you're making once you take in packaging, shipping, and handling is less than 20%.
That's bad in the food business.
That's not enough margin to sustain a business. You've got to get your costs down. What the numbers tell me is your packaging and shipping costs are well over 40% of the whole cost. So
Including the baked goods.
no,
What?
just the packaging.
Wally, that's worse than I thought.
Wally, after what you've been through, starting the business, losing the business, why would you start all over again?
Because I love cookies, and I think that I can build a business out of this cookie and replicate what I did with Famous Amos years ago. I'm convinced I can.
One thing you bring that very few people that have ever come on the tank have had is such a huge brand associated with the food category, but we don't have the full access of your image and your name, and so it has all the challenges associated with launching a new brand. It's not investable, not for me anyways.
Okay. I
I'm
accept
sorry,
that.
Wally, I'm out.
That's cool. No problem. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a product person. I've been in the product arena for 18 years. And I've worked with a lot of entrepreneurs. And one of the things that's the hardest conversation I ever have to have with them is about if they find that something isn't working, to go to something else. And I'm sure because you have that spirit, you're a promoter, you have so much inside of you, that there are other things that you could be doing with as much passion.
I understand what you're saying.
Because of that struggle, I have to be out.
I understand that. I accept all of that, sure.
Everybody knows your cookie. You're a solid entrepreneur. It's good to love the product. It's really important to love the business. Your cost is too high. You have limited distribution. I'm sorry. I'm out. Best of luck.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I accept that. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a similar story to you. If not for a lucky break, I would have had the exact same thing happen in my business. I was in business about 10 years, and I had a terrible turn in the market. And lucky for me, just when I thought I might go out of business, Merrill Lynch came in, and they offered me $50,000. They not only wanted me to sign away Corcoran Group, which was my brand, but they wanted me to sign away Barbara Corcoran. For me, where I was seated then, $50,000 was the equivalent of having God himself come down and kiss me.
I can relate.
And at the 11th hour, they changed their mind and didn't buy it. And that same business, I sold for $66 million 15 years later. How lucky for me that they change their mind.
Yeah. You know, the universe is filled with surprises.
It's true.
But here's what went awry here. When you sold your business, you not only sold the name, but you sold your personality along with it. Without that, the business has very little value.
Barbara, what are you going to do?
She's not. She's going to pass.
Yeah, I'm going to pass, but with great respect.
Right.
Well, you're a legend. I've learned from your story, the good and the bad, and it taught me a lot. My problem is I'm already in the cookie business. So it'd be a conflict for me.
Oh, no question.
So I'm out, but thank you.
Stay tuned. You'll watch me selling cookies.
I have no doubt. No doubt.
Come on, Wally. You got to go.
Aloha.
Aloha. Da-da-da-da. Aloha. Aloha, guys.
See you, Wally. Good luck.
I just know that this was just another step in my journey. So Cookie Kahuna is going to be more famous than Famous Amos.
So you guys know the whole story of Wally. It's an amazing lesson. So business was great. He was the first like high-end cookie that got distributed in grocery stores, and then that brought in some competition, and so business started to decline. And so he went out and got an investor. But he still, said, okay, just give me the money, that'll fix it all. It didn't. And every time he lost equity and burned through the cash, he raised more money. So he kept on getting diluted until it was nothing.
What I did love about him is he was 80 years old.
Yes,
he still
and he
had the
still
fire.
hustled.
He still had the drive. How many of us up
He had a
here
personality.
at 80?
You look great for 80, Robert. Come on.
Next into the tank is first aid for our beloved tech devices.
Hi, I'm Adam Cookson. Hi, I'm Craig Beinecke. We're from Denver, Colorado. Our company is TechTry. We're seeking $500,000 in exchange for 5% of our company. Sharks, this toilet stands before you today guilty of a terrible crime. Murder. That's right. This porcelain perpetrator is the #1 reason people lose phones to water damage. It doesn't stop there. Toilets, swimming pools, washing machines. Each year in the U.S., these kill 22 million phones with water damage. We've invented a machine that can bring phones, tablets, laptops, watches, basically anything that fits in the chamber, back to life. Wow. It's not magic. It's science! Have a look inside our machine in real time, transforming liquid into gas, restoring your phone in just 30 minutes. No need to disassemble or take anything apart. Sharks, this is my personal phone. It has no special protection, but I'm not worried.
You murderer!
So let's make a deal, Sharks. This is one opportunity you don't want to flush away.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to take a moment to rescue this phone and then show you our process. This is a gut-wrenching moment for customers. Bring it in for service as quick as you can. Your device starts rusting as soon as it gets wet. So inside the chamber, we have special metallic beads. What these do is surround any device inside with a warm, gentle heat. The device goes inside. Then what the machine will do is remove all of the air from the chamber. And the combination of that, plus the gentle heat, turns all the liquid into gas and makes it leave the phone instantly.
Interesting. By the time that you get into the machine, maybe the phone's gone. So I feel it's like a heart attack. You got to get CPR fast.
Right. You want to come as quick as possible, and certainly best results are the same day it got wet. But we've saved devices several days later.
Really?
Actually,
so technically someone could ship it to you. Like, are you online or are you a store?
We're currently in 82 big box retail stores, as well as we have a mail-in service.
But Adam, what are your sales?
So last year, with just a few stores, we did $29,000.
You said you have 82 big box.
stores, right?
Just
but you're talking about last year.
Yeah, in
Sorry,
November.
Craig, did you say that last year you sold the incredible amount of how much?
$29,000 in
Say it
sales
again?
with just a few stores. We focused on making the economics on a per-store basis profitable. And then we launched to 82 stores, and only 2 months later, we've been asked to launch to 600 stores.
But what were your sales after the balance of the stores?
This year, we're on track with the expansion to hit $650,000.
So you go to a store and you say, put this in for free, or do they pay you?
Oh, you don't pay unless it works. They'll charge the customer $69 for a phone rescue.
$69 is expensive.
How much does it cost to make one?
So in the beginning, at low production rates, it was over $8,000 to make one of these machines. Now it's less than $3,000.
What do you charge them for the rent on that box?
So on average, it works out to about $80 rent a month.
Wait, so $80 rent per month you're charging them?
And then on top of that, we get a rev share, a percentage of the revenue.
What's the percentage?
On average, it's about 60%.
So in order to do all this, you had to have raised a bunch of capital.
We've raised $2.2 million so far.
Wow. And what was the value of the company post-money?
It had a valuation cap of $4.8 million.
So why is your valuation so high?
This is about getting to $800 per month per store. That's $6 million in revenue and $3.5 million in profit.
But you're not doing that today.
No, but if you discount that back from when we will be doing it, that's still far above $10 million.
And what do you place as a value on that risk in case you don't execute?
You know, honestly, like, I see you totally as an online business. You said you have 3 days, right?
We have
in which it can still survive.
We have an online market, but we haven't been able to afford national marketing for the online.
I don't understand why you think you want to go retail. I don't see the big market. I'm out.
Thank you.
You came in asking for a $10 million valuation, and I don't know how you're going to make that back that fast. And so, unfortunately, for that reason, I'm out.
I think technology is your enemy. I was reading something the other day that the new Apple phone is almost totally water resistant. So I think the technology improvements can put you out of business by the time you figure out your model. Wouldn't put my money there, I'm out.
Guys, look, I like the idea, I like the concept, but you're gonna have to keep on raising capital. And unless I gave you that capital, I'm gonna keep on getting diluted. The problem is, how do I get my money back?
You know, one of the reasons I think we're going to succeed is not just because we may have a good plan. It's because we have an awesome team.
Have you ever heard anybody start a company, hire their people, and say, we have a horrible team? That's not enough. I'm out.
Okay, everybody's out. Mr. Wonderful's left. I like the story. I understand the model. I don't want to argue about your valuation. I think it's too high. I'm going to loan you the $500K at 13%, but I'm taking the 5% as an equity warrant. That's the value I bring as a shark to this. So I want to pay back in 36 months.
What do you think of this offer?
Would you be willing to go more than $500,000?
Right now, you asked for 500, that's the deal I would do. And I'm the only shark here today willing to give you an offer. So what do you want to do?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wonderful. We'll take that deal.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you so much.
That's terrific.
Thank you very much.
Sounds like
Kevin, let's see how your new investment works.
Do it, Mark.
Oh, God.
All right, guys, thanks. Joe.
Let's see. Think about it. You gotta have confidence.
Do it. Kevin, if you believe in them and the product, why not put it in the water?
I'm not doing that.
We're not worried about this debt. Mr. Wonderful, we're going to pay you back and then some. Actually, I shouldn't say that.
Next up is an innovation for running enthusiasts.
Hello, Sharks. We are Renata and Doug Storer, married runners from Orlando, Florida, who accidentally stumbled onto a bright idea.
We are here seeking $250,000 for a 10% stake in our company. And the reality is, I was the one who stumbled. I was training for my 5th marathon on a dark early morning training run when I hit a pothole that I couldn't see and took a dive. I was injured, I hobbled home, I came through the door and I said, honey, I need headlights for my sneakers.
He actually did say that, and he does have a brilliant idea every once in a while.
The result was Night Runner 270 shoe lights. They provide 270 degrees of visibility around you, 150 lumens out in front with a 30-foot beam distance to identify any trip hazards that might be in your path.
Night runners are weather resistant, so they will weather the pouring rain and uneven terrain.
Night Runner lets active people do what they love to do and stay safe and injury-free.
Now we know sharks love to feed in the night, so who's hungry for a bright idea?
Now, we have Night Runners for each one of you. We also have some shoes if we have any volunteers that would like to try them out.
Sure, you got size 12?
I do.
I'll pass Lori, her, too.
It would ruin my outfit. I'm staying right here.
Here you go, Kevin.
Thank you.
There you go. So with the shoes untied, you slip them onto the top row, so it simply goes under here like this.
Close the doors. Nice. Actually, you don't notice them, they're there.
They look great, Mark. You can't tell you're wearing them, can you?
No, they feel very secure.
So what do these lights sell for?
These lights sell for $59.95. We wholesale them for $30.
What do they cost you to make?
We get them shipped and landed for $15.50. We've sold 6,000 of them.
What are your sales?
Dollars today, they're $260,000. We've only been in operation for 8 months.
Wow. What do you think you're going to sell this year and next year, and how much money are you going to make?
So this year with investment would be a $760,000 year, and that's 20,000
What do you mean
units.
with investment?
So we have enough inventory on hand to do an organic year of about $300,000.
You mean you don't have enough money to buy enough inventory to sell more?
Right.
So how much do you guys have left?
We have about 15,000.
Okay, so your back's up against the wall.
When I go out biking in the morning, I could hardly find a spot on the road in Central Park. That's how many bikers are out there. I rarely see someone running at night, and that's a city of 8 million people. I mistrust the quantity of people who want to run at night, so I'm out just based on that.
Well, I appreciate that, but I would like to also mention the night shift, basically.
Oh, there's more.
There is more.
Oh.
It's called the night shift. It is for the occupational safety market. It is for people who work at night. It is for construction workers, DOT
you're
road
way
workers.
out there now.
No, that's not bad. Though.
No,
That's smart.
no, this is a
Anything
way.
with shoelaces. Anybody who
It's
works in the dark that
because
has
they
shoelaces.
get hit by cars.
They do.
That's a little more interesting because I could see broader
Yeah, you put this on a work boot.
applications.
I mean, part of the problem is you named it Night Runner, and there's your work boots, right?
Well, that's why the new model will be called night shift. This is the real game changer. We know we can get our feet wet with the athletic market, but the occupational safety market, we feel it
why
could be
can't
much
you do
better.
that
when is
right
it supposed
now?
to
Why
ship?
can't the
Yeah,
existing product do that?
Just resources. If you're going to work an entire shift, you need to last 8 to 10
Well,
hours.
it's the battery life that's the problem.
These are meant for over 4 hours.
I think you've done a great job. I think we can really help you with expanding the product line. I'll give you the $250,000 for 30%.
Okay, so I like it too. I was thinking I was going to go out, but when you showed me the product for the industrial safety and walking market, that got my juices flowing. That makes a lot more sense to me. If it becomes a standard safety item, the mining industry is going to be huge with this, the security market at night, that really appeals to me. I would do this $250,000 for 15%.
You better grab that right away.
Yes?
I got a question for you.
Okay.
You could take Kevin's offer, or you could take Robert's offer, or you could take what's behind door number 2.
Wouldn't you be door number 3 by now?
I don't have to be number 3. It's door number 2. So, you want to ask yourself, do I feel lucky?
One shark is out. Renata and Doug have 2 offers on the table for their shoe light Night Runner 270. But Lori also seems interested.
Do you have an offer, Lori?
$300,000 for 20%. So I'm going to give you a little bit more money, asking a little more equity. I'm not a runner, I'm a walker. But I love it because it's just smart product.
Right.
And that's why I want to be involved with it, because product's what I do.
Wow, well, thank you very much. I tell you, preparing for this opportunity, we said, gosh, every single one of you offers something
What a schmoozer.
that we need. So our sales are increasing in the southern hemisphere.
Remember, you have 3 offers on the table. Why are you keeping everybody waiting as you're
Out of
selling?
respect, just out of respect.
Stop selling. Focus on the offers.
So you have 3 offers. Robert's $250,000 for 30%.
Right.
Lori's $300,000 for 20%, and I'm $250,000 for 15%. You've got to kind of make a decision.
Hey, Doug, so listen, I'm going to change my offer. I'll give you $200,000 for 15%, because I think that's the cash to buy inventory, get the product out. On top of that, I'll give you $150,000 as a pure loan.
Okay.
So my total offer is $350,000 in effect for 15%.
But 150 of it is
a loan.
debt.
I'll throw in an offer just to tell you where I'm at. It's going to take a lot of work. So what I'll do is I'll offer you the $250K for 30%, but I'll offer you unlimited purchase order financing.
Mark's going the other way. He's back up to the 30%.
Could we have a minute to talk about this?
Absolutely.
We're not going to go far. So, what do you think?
These are all good offers.
Robert obviously is the most in tune with running.
It's a lot of work. I'm not saying the other ones
I don't like it for the running market. I like it for everything else.
But Kevin believes in the occupational safety market.
Right.
That's the highest valuation.
Right.
What about going in altogether for the 30%?
Count me out. I don't even get this product.
If we're going to do that, why don't we go up to 35 or something?
Yeah, why don't you?
Why don't we?
We're at the last $15,000.
Guys, before you start, while you were away, we also talk amongst ourselves, okay?
What are the risks of leaving the room?
And that's always a risk in Shark Tank. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Let me explain. You've now got 2 offers across 4 sharks, broken up this way. Mark's offer is, he's the lone wolf now. He's going to make you that offer, $250,000 for 30%. The other 3 sharks really like that offer a lot. We're going to make the same. You're going to get 3 sharks for the same amount. We'll give you the $250,000 for 30%. 3 sharks with all the benefits they have.
They decided to copy me for obvious reasons.
But, you know, the competition happens. We all like the deal. So
Well, I think we thought you were willing to give up more equity.
I'll be honest with you, we came in here looking as a 20% being a ceiling. Is there any offers that would cap the equity at 20%?
Not mine.
Okay.
Not ours. Just got a lot of work to do.
If you really want the benefit of multiple sharks, you got to leave them a little bit of meat on the bone.
Well, you came back in saying you wanted to do it for 20%, right? And I had offered you $300 for 20%. So, I would do the $250 for 20%.
Oh, you're leading the team now.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's a sharky move.
There's no unity on the team anymore.
Obviously, these alignments can fall out of favor
But I'm a shark.
very quickly.
So,
But I would do this.
you gotta kind of take that right now.
I'll go back to mine. I'll do the $250,000 for 15%.
And Doug, you know what? I'll go back to
That's amazing.
I will go back to my
I'll give you
original
my
offer.
original offer, $300 for 20.
I'll do $350 for 15.
I don't believe this.
Oh
It's
my
nuts.
God.
Would you like a notepad?
Robert is $200,000 for 15% plus $150,000 of debt for your inventory. Lori is $300,000 for 20%, and I am $250,000 for 15%, and Mark is $250,000 for 30%.
still.
With unlimited financing.
Okay.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Okay.
The best valuation is Okay. All right. First of all, thank you so much for all of the offers. I want to ask Kevin,
Yeah.
do you have the same passion for the other markets that you do, the occupational safety market?
I have a passion to make money. You show me the direction you want to put your focus on, I'll support you.
Doug, you need somebody that knows this market with you.
I know this
that
market.
actually uses a product. I'll do the
did you ask me that
250 for
question?
15 and 100 of it as a loan. It doesn't matter. You're getting 350,000 in cash. Don't make an investment with somebody who doesn't actually understand or use the product.
That's ridiculous. That's a really
the
ridiculous
only time
thing.
Kevin runs is to lunch.
I'm a fine-tuned athlete. I can kick his ass in squash every day.
Robert, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Would you go in with Lori at 20% for 2 sharks?
I'm in. Lori?
No, I'm sorry. I think if it were the 2 of us together, like we were doing before, then you have to be at the 30%.
Okay. So then, Robert, I accept your offer at $250,000 for 15%.
Wow.
I just wanted an
Congrats,
interesting
Robert.
outcome. I go in with Lori. I go in with Kevin. I go in. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations,
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
That was great.
Thanks for the shoes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I think we walked out of the tank looking at each other and say, what just happened? And we're still trying to figure that out. But we know that with Robert on board, we've got a bright future.
A lot of stuff happened. We got together. The sharks hate each other. Lori turned on me.
They played their hand really well.
They were
didn't
very
move
calm.
on.
All they did was let the sharks go at each other, and she was freaking out the entire time because
But they
they
didn't move
knew
on
they
it.
had no cash.
15 grand in the
They were
bank,
smart.
that's scary.
Good luck, Robert.
Next time on Shark Tank.
We're taking toys to a place that they've never gone before.
What?
This is a $1 trillion market.
Trillion?
Last year, we did 1.1 million in revenues.
Guys, something's not adding up for me, though.
It's not something that people need.
Oh, don't say that.
Lori, I think all that is crap.
Whoa.
If you don't see the value, I should go out.
Wow. It starts to get really nasty.
I'm speechless.
Silence while I bring out the genius of my offer.
Was it a crime of passion? A jaw-dropping whodunit explodes next on 2020.